It is obvious that all architectural parts lying on the ground are worn, destroyed by people, by frost, and so on. The best protection for them is to return them to the structural form they had in antiquity, namely to place one on top of the other. So, therefore, protection is the most important thing we want. The second, of course, is the educational part, where we try with the restorations to show the public, those who do not know much about archaeology, to help them understand exactly what this ancient sanctuary, or even Greece in general, looked like. If you had come here to Epidaurus 20 years ago, you would have seen a vast field full of stones, from which many of the readers, many visitors, would not be able to read anything. They could understand a few things with great difficulty. This is what led to the restorations in Epidaurus. And here you can see we have this propylon from a great building in Epidaurus, which is undergoing restoration, only in part, a small part of it, but big enough to give us the dimension of its height. Only now can we comprehend how big, how magnificent this building really was. The same applies opposite to this gallery, the Avaton, where once again for the first time we perceive the sense of height this building had, as well as various other things that we could not otherwise comprehend. The partitions there were between the columns for its better and more correct function as Avaton. A charter was compiled in 1964 in Venice, the so-called Charter of Venice, which consists of 16 basic principles that must govern the restoration of monuments and which are observed nowadays in every intervention that takes place. One of these says the restoration procedure is a highly specialized intervention which has to be done. Exceptionally, it stops where assumptions begin. Just like in many other locations in ancient Greece, the main building material in Epidaurus was stone. Various kinds of sandstone, as well as other kinds of stone, such as limestone, marble, and the so-called black stone of Argos, were used on different buildings or in different parts of the same building. To this end, the quarries where the original stone of a building came from are sought, or even contemporary quarries from where the same or a similar type of stone can be found to that of an ancient building, or we use man-made stone from cast materials. The target for the final result is that the original parts should differentiate from add-ins and new parts, both for visitors and scholars.